4.5. Disjunctions. Disjunction. Not to be confused with conjunction. Conjunction, junction. Y'all know that song?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
You're annoying. Okay.
No,
A
because we used to play it in public school and people wouldn't stop singing it.
Ah, gotcha. It can be. I just, it is what it
That's
is.
the one with the English, right?
You mean
With the
grammar?
and, yeah.
Yes. All right. A disjunction is a compound sentence consisting of mathematical statements connected by the word or. And Matthew, I think you're correct. If I heard it all day long, I would be annoyed too. And now it's stuck in my head, so I'm annoyed in my head. All right, a disjunction. Guys, this is like the same thing as conjunction. There's just one slight difference. Conjunction, what word were we using? And. This one is or. Okay, so it's when we were trying to do conjunctions, we're looking for what they both had in common. This is going to be slightly different. Yes.
Didn't we have some problems like last for conjunctions? Weren't some of them had or in
When
it?
they had the word or.
On your
IXL.
on your IXL probably, but not on the exam. I was very careful not to have any or.
Like on,
IXL.
That's what was
No, on
tripping
other
me
pa-
up
on
on that
other
on
pages
my
of the book.
Excel.
yeah,
It kept saying or.
I'll figure
Yeah.
that out.
let's see, hold on.
So then you're already ready. You're already ready for this. So and conjunctions had the TP.
Isn't there equal sign and then never mind.
I
Okay.
kept writing A's when I write the T.
Or is the upside down TP. It's a V. That's just the symbols. I'm not going to count off if you accidentally give me. I'm just not. I'm just saying I am not going to count off. But and is your TP or is the upside down TP. I'm telling y'all, this is not going to be bad. This is a perfect. Both classes, pre-algebra and algebra 1, had the perfect stuff to do for Monday. We'll wait and make sure everyone is there. All right, so for example, Matthew, there. We can wait. You're good?
I'm writing the example.
Okay. X is less than -4, or X can be greater than -1. It can be one or the other. Remember, with conjunctions, you're looking for what they both have in common.
So do you have to graph this?
I want y'all to graph this because I'm going to tell you something on your exam. I noticed some of you got the answers wrong. If you had graphed these and then put down your answer, I would almost guarantee you would have gotten it correct. Graph these even if they don't tell you to, just to be sure. So for this one, I'm going to start with the -1. X is greater than -1. So we have an open circle because it's just greater than, not equal to. And it says X is greater than -1. This one says X is less than -4. So the area that is basically your answer is this area and this area.
But that's an empty set.
That's only if it's conjunction. If it's conjunction, remember we're looking for where they have it in common. And if they don't have anything in common, then it's an empty set. This is a disjunction. So it's okay to have it not in common. That's
But
what
you
we're
want
looking
to have
for.
it not in common.
Bingo. Exactly. So this would be how you graph it, but your answer written would look like this. X is less than 4, or X is greater than -1. This is your answer.
So the graph, that's how you always want it to look.
If they tell you to graph it, this is what you would do. Now, some of you may not use your highlighter or something, so you could just use like another pen or something to designate what area. But like with the conjunctions, they were very specific. These aren't quite as specific with the graphs.
Why wouldn't you have like, why would you put the X in the middle and then do the things on the outside?
I don't know, because that's not how they want it. It wouldn't work. I mean, I guess you could put it in the, move it around.
You could do
See, I don't know if that would give you a wrong answer though.
That's what we did with conjunctions. Like we
Yeah, with conjunctions, but I don't know if it would work with disjunctions.
We already have and on it, and so then you put it into that thing.
What?
If that's the answer.
This is the answer.
Yeah, that's the answer. So when we see that, we only need to change the word into the symbol.
You mean like this right here?
It's the same as the problem.
It's the same. If you put or, you're not going to be wrong. Is that what you're asking?
Why is the question the same
Gave
as
you
the
the
answer?
answer as the.
This is basic. This is to show you. Let's look at the next example. Because this is the basic example, okay? They give you two, we graph them, and they don't cross each other. So the areas where they don't have it in common, and so that's how we write it. Now watch this example. What if I have x is less than 4, or x is less than or equal to 2? Now we're going to graph that. So x is less than 4. And x is less than or equal to 2.
So it would be an empty set if they have something in common.
Not necessarily. Whereas conjunctions, our answer would be x would be less than or equal to 2, right? That would have been your conjunction. X is less than or equal to 2. This time with disjunctions, it could be any of it. It could be less than 4. It can be less than 2. So in this case, x is less than 4 is your answer. Because less than 4, not equal to 4 because it doesn't equal it, but we're starting right here and it's covering everything.
But that's what they have in common.
Not this part. So what they're saying
So
is they're
yeah, so-
covering everything. Stuff that they don't have in common and the other.
So why wouldn't it just be from the 4 to 2? And
Because
not
with
everything?
disjunctions it can be anything.
So why do you have to put the 4 and not the 2?
Because it's just covering 4 and everything this direction. You don't have to put the 2 down there because they're saying x can be anything less than 4.
So will you ever have an empty set with disjunctions?
Not that well, not an empty set, but something different.
So if there was a 7 at the very end of the graph, it would be the whole graph.
You would put x is less than 7?
You'd put x is
And
less
it
than
would be
7.
the whole graph.
The whole graph going this direction? Yes. Now, if it was going in 2 different directions, it's only going to cover the 2 different directions. Does everyone have this? Okay. Let's do another one. Your x plus 4 is greater than 16, or, and those are your key words, or negative 5x is less than or equal to 20. Okay, so just like with conjunctions, we're going to solve for x on both, and then we're going to see basically which area of the number line that they include either everything together like the one we just did, or is it going to go in separate directions? All right, so Matthew, do you want to solve for x on this one? Okay, what do I do first?
-4.
On both sides, good job. $16 minus 4 is what?
12.
Good. Now what do I do, Matthew?
Divide by 3.
X is greater than what?
4.
Good. All right, so I have my first one. Now I got to do this one. Valeria, do you want to do this one for me?
Sure. Divided by -5.
Very good. Divide both sides by -5.
Then x will be greater than or equal to -4.
Oh,
Oh,
very.
you gotta change.
You got to flip it. Good job. Because we're dividing by a negative, we're definitely going to flip it. Good job for remembering. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph it. So x in this case is greater than 4. And this one says x is greater than or equal to -4. Whoops. Okay, so, whoops, forgot my positive 4. All right, so with conjunctions, we would have only taken this right here forward, yes? Because that's the only area that they have in common. Do y'all see that? But with disjunctions, it's going to be this or that. So it could be this or it could be that. So the area in question would start right here and cover all of this.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
I know, I have trouble explaining myself sometimes.
Because you're saying it could be either or.
Just go with the one farther back.
That's right. Ooh, see, y'all can teach yourselves. I just lead the way. So it would be x, and we're starting right here. It could be x is greater than or equal to -4, and that is our answer. Are y'all catching on? Okay, great. Y'all ready for another one? You got it? Does everyone have it down? Bronze, do you have it down? Valeria, you got it?
Yes.
All right. Matthew, you got it? All right, here we go. 3x minus 6 is less than or equal to 12, or 5x is greater than negative 25. Okay, Franz, go ahead and help me solve this one. Okay, Miranda, how about you help me solve this one?
You had the 6 on each side.
Very good. Those cross out, and I'm left with 3x is less than or equal to what? Miranda.
Oh, no. 18.
Shh. Miranda's turn. Yes, it is 18. Now, Miranda, what do I do?
You divide it by 3.
Very good.
You get 6.
Okay, x is less than or equal to 6. Okay, so we got that one. Now, Franz, do you want to do this one?
Okay.
So what do I do?
Divide 5x on both sides.
Just 5, not 5x, just 5. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And I'm left with x is
Greater than negative 5.
very good, negative 5. X is greater than negative 5. Okay, so now I have that. Go ahead and graph it. I don't care if it tells you to or not. So I have the first one is x is less than or equal to 6. So it's going and going and going this direction. This one is x is greater than negative 5. Now, if we were doing conjunctions, our answer would be right here. X is greater than negative 5 and less than or equal to 6, correct? But we're not, Matthew.
I think I have
What do you have?
the 2 outside parts.
Close.
Like negative 5 and then go that way, and then negative 6 and going that way.
Okay. Yes.
X is less than or equal to 6.
Well, we have, like Matthew said, we have it going on and on forever this way. We have it going on and on forever that way. So, Matthew, you're on the right track. Basically, boys and girls, it covers the whole number line. Am I right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Because really, if we are doing either or, like you said, then it's covering everything that has in common plus what it doesn't. So everything going this way and everything going this way, including these numbers. So then it's covering the whole number line. So the answer is R, any real number. Because it can be any real number. That's a fancy way of saying everything. Like with conjunctions,
Would that be like an empty set?
it would be like in conjunctions, empty set. Exactly.
It's the opposite of an empty set.
It's the opposite of an empty set. Exactly.
Everything's opposite here
Pretty much, yes.
from conjunction.
Because conjunction does include, this does include the together stuff. Real numbers, all real numbers. Yes.
So you have to include the real, because what's not a real number?
What's not a real number?
Yeah, this says real number.
Any real number.
Oh, never mind.
What, did I do something wrong?
No, because it says very specific, any real numbers. So what's not real?
Gazillion.
What's not a real
No. Oh, come on, y'all. That's vocabulary. Any real number. All the numbers. All the numbers that are real, not imaginary. I'm just
Can we
kidding.
put AR in?
Gazillion.
Right.
AR in.
No, you will put this. You will put this. It will not kill you to write. No, it will not. No, it
Watch
will
him
not.
die tomorrow. Mr.
No,
Yeah.
because he's
Because he got
writing.
an infection in his wrist from writing.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
I have arthritis of the wrist.
Arthritis.
Arthritis.
Give him arthritis of the brain. Does everyone have this? Franz, do you have this? Okay. Go ahead and open up y'all's books.
And my joints of my fingers hurt.
He's gonna come with the doctor's note.
Arthritis.
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 It's gonna start making my back hurt.
Yeah, okay.
He's
You got
gonna
it?
grow into an old man with arthritis everywhere.
All right, so we're going to do, and I'm going to do examples. I haven't in the past, but I can see right now, I think we're going to need to do a couple of examples. It's a Monday, and it's this special group.
Right, Mr. Rogers?
You are.
I don't think that was a compliment.
Oh, of course it was.
Can't you hear the sincerity in her voice?
Okay. So let's do. Ooh, I like that one. Let's do some examples. So number 7. It says graph each disjunction, and if I'm doing it, you're doing it. I don't care if you're like, I get this, I'm bored. No, I'm sorry, you're doing it, whether you like it or not. It says graph it, so you're gonna have to graph it. All right. Chap.
Yes.
I just like saying your name. I'm just kidding. Okay, Chap. This first one. Open or close circle?
Open.
Good boy. X is less than 2, so does it go left or right?
Left.
Good job.
You get a treat.
All right. So let's see. New. Open or close circle for the next one.
Open.
Good job, New. Does it go? Where does it go, New?
Right.
Does it go over the 0?
What?
This. Where do I put my open circle?
Oh, on 5.
Very good, New. And which way does it go?
Right.
Congratulations. Okay. So there's the graph. And basically, that's all they're asking. If you want to be technically correct, and I'm not going to push it this time, if you want to be technically correct, oh, I don't want to do that. Just this is your answer.
Wait, what is
Why is
technically correct?
Yeah, what's technically
Yeah,
correct?
can you do
Because
it?
then chap is
It's
gonna
the
be
same
technical.
I
thing.
know, I feel like, how'd there be any other answers?
Exactly. They have it written differently. It's the same thing. In fact, if I write it, you're all going to make fun of me. Miss Rogers, it's the same thing. No.
We want to make fun of you though.
No, this is it. This is it. There you go. See, you understand it? Okay, let's do another.
Okay, why
9.
-2 and -5?
Just to throw you off. Did it throw you off? Yes, because you're asking me that question. All right, 9. X is greater than 2 or X is greater than 5. Morgan.
Sup? That boys.
I'm doing this to throw Miranda off. Okay, so the first one, is it open or closed circle?
Open.
And where do I put it?
Over 2.
In which direction do I go?
Right, because it's more than 2.
There you go.
And the second one's open circle over 5.
I didn't call your name,
Oh,
but okay. And where do I put it?
right?
Yeah, it goes
Yeah.
right. That's right. Okay, so technically, that's the perfect answer. Yes?
Couldn't it also be just 2 and then to the right?
Okay, so technically, this one makes more sense as an answer. If you want to do it like your book, and sometimes IXL, I don't even think IXL is as picky. This would be
IXL is very picky.
Very, very.
Yes.
This would be the actual answer. Because it's basically saying it's covering everything for right here, not including 2. That's why you have an open circle. And everything going this way, including the part that they don't have in common. So this one has an answer that makes more sense. Any questions? Does everyone have this? Let's do 11. X is less than -4 because it's tricky, or X is greater than -4. Sophia. Ooh, I'm going to pick on you today. Take a look at that. Oh my. X is less than -4 and X is greater than -4. How would I graph, let's say, the first one? Bless you.
Thank you.
That's right.
No, just gonna check this later.
Don't you get some hand sanitizer now and bathe that arm in it?
Yeah, I
All right, now let's do this one, Sophia. Over this +4? Oh, you're correct. Okay, that's greater than, so the arrow's going this way. Now, guys, look. Yes, ma'am?
Wouldn't it just be like the whole line except for -4?
That's exactly what this would be.
Not equal to.
So I would accept this as an answer, but you
Why
could
don't you
do,
Put one circle and then arrows going both ways.
yep,
That's
exactly. So this,
So it's like the not equal to on the conjunction thing.
Hey, I got that right.
You know, like when
Yes.
you do the not equal
yes,
to, it goes
yes,
both ways.
exactly. Because this is saying or, so it can go either X can be less than -4 or it can be greater than -4, but it can't be -4 because both of the open circles. I think you guys got this.
We
We
got it.
do.
Y'all ready?
We don't have these two in the same test. Like, 'cause, well,
Okay, so
That would be.
but wait. Chap, you have a very good question. He said, I'm glad we didn't have both of these on the test at the same time.
semester,
Now,
just, learn like that.
hey, on the semester exam you will. So here's what I do. And I'm serious, I've done this every year. On the test, I will write or and next to it. I will write next to the test because one thing, here's the deal. I don't want to trick you guys. And,
But you should know by the team that you.
okay, but during a semester exam, Matthew, the semester exam is supposed to be designed for a 2-hour test. It's going to be a lot of questions, okay? It covers the whole half of the year. Kids go in stressed out enough. You're right. Kids should be able to look at this and say, well, that's or, the TP's and. But you know what? Some kids have test anxiety. So I'm not concerned whether you memorized a symbol or not. What I want to know is, do you remember what to do if it's and or if it's or? And I'm not helping you cheat or anything by writing next to it or, so that kind of jogs your memory, or and. Because seriously, I don't want anyone with test anxiety getting these two symbols confused. That's not right. I
When is
want to
the
see if,
semester exam?
do what?
When is the semester exam?
Right before Christmas.
What?
Yeah, right in the middle of all the festivities and everything.
That's very poor timing.
Well, that's the way it is. The last semester exam for the second semester is like the day before the last day of school. So, or 2 days before.
What?
So, and it's you guys in high school, so keep that in mind. Yes, New.
I have one question and one idea.
Okay.
For a semester exam, do we have to take a 36 exam?
No. That's a good question. Okay, so real quickly, and I'm gonna keep recording because I want Keith to hear this. For the semester exam, this is new to y'all. So the first 6 weeks, you have all your grades, and the first 6 weeks exam is averaged in together, and you get a 6 weeks grade. Second 6 weeks, you have all your grades and a 6 weeks exam averaged in together. Third 6 weeks, you do not have an exam averaged in. You just have your regular grades. That's it. Some people, these 6 weeks exams can make or break you. You know what I'm saying? Some of you, you do really good and it throws you over the top. Some of you do really bad and it brings you down. So the third 6 weeks, concentrate on just your grades. Then you have the semester exam. So in the report card, you have first 6 weeks, second 6 weeks, third 6 weeks, and then a semester exam. The 4 then average together. Okay? Now the semester exam doesn't weight as heavily as your 6 weeks, but it does weight. It's averaged in almost like a fourth 6 weeks. Okay?
The semester exam does not weight as much as the 6 weeks?
Not completely, but
That's weird.
it weights enough. It weights quite a bit because
What is
there's
the weight on? Like,
it's like 33.3 for each. I don't know. I can give you the math.
total grades average?
Okay, so here's the first. Let's say you made 83 for the first 6 weeks. Second 6 weeks, you made a 91. Ooh, you did better. Third 6 weeks, you're even doing better, 95. Then semester exam. Let's say you made an F. No, I'm just kidding. Let's say you made, because it's not as bad as you think. Let's say you made an 80. So what they do is they average them all out. These weight a little bit more, like the average and everything. Let's say these are about 30. I want to say 30%, 30%. I can't remember the actual 30%, and this might be 10%. You see what I'm saying? See, 30, 60, 90, and then this would be 10% of your grade. It's not equivalent to it. So that, because that releases people that do have test anxiety. If you do really bad here, it's not going to kill you. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to do bad, but in fact, some kids, let's say you did 70 here, 71 here. Let's say this was bad, but then you rock and roll on this because it's literally covering stuff you've done. Let's say you made a 79 on this or even an 80. It will actually bring up the rest of this. It can.
Like, so when you do your semester exam and you get your report card, that's your report card. You made, without the semester exam, you made a 68, but then with the semester exam, you made a 79, so it brought it up to a 70. When it
Not
shows-
this. This is all by itself on the report card. This is by itself. This is by itself. This is by itself. And then we have one big grade for your semester grade.
Okay.
Let's say it's like a 78 or something. I'm not averaging it. And then that's your first semester grade. And then your second semester grade. That's at the end of the year. Let's say you made an 85 there. So when you go to high school, they're going to say what they do for the whole year. You average these 2 grades in and you get your whole year average. Now, I have known kids, seriously, that did bad the first semester, did not do well here, like actually made like a maybe 68, but then here did really well, like maybe a 78. They passed for the whole year. So I don't care if you did not do so well the first half of the school year, and you can still rock and roll the second one. You see what I'm saying? We've had that happen. I've had kids that do that. Now, when you transfer to a different high school than here, that high school has the right to make you retake this first if you mess up, but a lot of them won't. Seriously, a lot of them will see your final average and say, hey, you're good to go. Does that make sense? So I'm just saying, if you're struggling, it's not the end of the world. No?
So for the third 6 week, he's only a grade on the test and quizzes and daily grade without the exam.
Exactly. Does that explain?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's actually kind of beneficial, the semester exam. It does. It'll help sometimes bring stuff up. Okay. Are we done? Did you have another question?
I'll just have asked you.
Well, let me get everyone started, and then you can tell me the idea. So you're doing page 165 to 167. Oh, yeah. 8 through 28 even. And 46 and 48. Honors, 12 through 28 even. 37, 39, 46, 48. Guys, here's 2 stars. Look what I'm writing. For numbers 22 to 28, they are both this and this. So watch out. They're going to mix them up in there. This is Chap's worst nightmare, what he said. I'm so glad we didn't have that on test. Well, be careful. They're going to throw in there both ands and ors, and you got to make sure. Be very, very careful. It could be and, or, that's and or. So be very careful with that. This is due Tuesday. Tomorrow we start our new chapter.